Hello people, welcome to the TTP YouTube channel. The glam rock palace that has been home to Mötley Crüe drummer Tommy Lee is on the market once again. The property is listed at $4,599,000. The musician has been trying to sell the property for 6 years since listing it in 2016 for $6 million. The home was originally purchased in 2007 for $5.85 million. He spent a lot of time, effort, and thought transforming it into an extraordinary home for a rock star. If you want more celebrity news content, TTP member, subscribe to the TTP YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. The house is a unique place that offers incredible inspiration and balance. It's a perfect opportunity for creative individuals to showcase their love of their work and lifestyle without giving up that gateway feeling. According to the listing agent ML Hartunian with the agency, the home hasn't been updated since it was last listed in 2021. We had it leased out for a year and now back to the market to sell it. Being right under the 10,000 square feet, this proves the best value in all of Calabasas currently, Hartunian continued. The house's central atrium includes plants and a koi pond with a retractable roof. The rooms sport 6 bedrooms and 8 baths each, in addition to being colorful and unique. The pretty large suite is able to hold a Yamaha electric grand piano comfortably, and you'll be amazed by the glass doors that open up to a pool and spa. There's even a luxurious walk-in closet for all your dressy occasions, and the bath features an enormous skylight. With its opulent dining room, spacious kitchen with island, and elegant office with private terrace, this beautiful property is perfect for entertaining friends and family. In 2021, Lee bought his 4,266 square foot home in Brentwood for $4.15 million. With stunning views and an architectural compound that's perfectly for creativity, this home in Calabasas provides the ultimate creative living space. The natural courtyard with retractable roof allows sunlight to flood through, while the lush interior is open to the sky. There's a spacious chef's kitchen with center island, stainless steel appliances, and granite counters. A spacious entering room, a full office library with private terrace, elegant master suite with windowed sauna, and large glass doors that slide open to the outdoor space. The lower level has a recording studio and personal concession bar, as well as dining area and wine tasting quarters, all for you to hone your craft. Lee is best known for songs like Home Sweet Home, Shout at the Devils, Girls, 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 and Dr. Feel Good. Thomas Lee Bass was born on October 3, 1962. He is the drummer of Mötley Crüe and a founding member of Methods of Mayhem. Lee has pursued numerous musical projects as a solo artist and on his own time. Lee was born Thomas Lee Bass on October 3, 1962 in Athens, Greece, to father David Lee Thomas Bass and mother Vasiliki Vola Papadimitriou, a contestant on the 1957 Miss Greece Beauty Contest. He has a young sister, Athena, who is also a drummer. When Lee was approximately 2 years old, his family relocated to California, where they lived ever since. Lee was playing the drums for an early age. When he was 16, he dropped out of high school to pursue music full-time. He started with local bands but eventually got good enough for larger touring opportunities with larger bands. His main influences are John Bonham, Tommy Aldridge, Alex Van Halen, and Terry Bozzio. In the late 1970s, Lee's band, Sweet 19, was a regular on the Sunset Strip Club circuit. Other up-and-coming bands such as Van Halen, Quiet Riot, and others played on the same circuit. It was then that Lee met Nikki Sixx, who was forming a theatrical outfit that borrowed heavily from his own drumming roots with an occult and theatrical feel. The two formed London, who broke up in 1981 when they got too ambitious and decided to give it another go. Soon after, Vince Neil joined the band so Mötley Crüe could get their frontman and a charismatic figure for his high school pal. Mötley Crüe quickly built a strong fanbase and released its debut album Too Fast for Love in 1981 on its own independent label, Luther Records. After the release, Elektra Records signed the band within a few months. The band then continued releasing hit albums throughout the 1980s, and in 1983's Shout at the Devil, 1985's Theater of Pain, 1987 Girls, 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 and 1989 Dr. Feelgood, establishing them as one of the hottest hard rock metal bands of their time. Lee would take the entire drum kit out of its case and spin it around while he played on top. He also would have his old kit float over the audience while he continued to play. People would often see him mooning them at every show, so much that they became famous for it. The band was known for their decadent behavior both on and off stage, doing drugs such as cocaine and alcohol. In 2004, Mötley Crüe reunited with the original members to release the double-disc anthology album entitled Red, White, and Crüe. The album went quadruple platinum and launched a monumental reunion tour to support it. The Red, White, and Crüe Tour 2005, Better Live Than Dead, Mötley Crüe finished the year at number 8 on Top Concert Money Earners list according to Billboard's box score when they played 81 shows and generated $33 million. Lee came back to the band once more by joining them on their 1999 Greatest Hits tour. With rap metal becoming popular, he formed a new band called Methods of Mayhem, which released its debut album in 2000. Although he would rather distance himself from Mötley Crüe following the split, Lee agreed to take part in their 2001 autobiography and leave us yet another memorable experience. He's done guest appearances on albums by other artists like Stuart Hamm and Nine Inch Nails, amongst others, and has also contributed a song to the soundtrack of his wife's 1996 movie, Barbed Wire. He produced an album for a pre-Goldfinger project by John Feldman before eventually parting ways with Methods of Mayhem partner Ty Lowe, and going on to release his first solo album, which would heavily feature rapping played with electronica tones. His song Blue features guest vocalist Roland Jestick, who shares billing credit with him, while Tommy Lee's solo outfit, Rock's Star Supernova, shares billing credits with Jason Newsted, ex-Metallica, Gilby Clarke, ex-Guns N' Roses. 2006 was an exciting year in music. Lucas Rossi was chosen as the lead singer of Supernova and went on to release an album in the same calendar year under the title Rock Star Supernova. Along with him, 3 other candidates made it to the top 3 of Rock Star: Delana, Magni Agestron, and Tommy Brand, who was signed and went on tour as well. His autobiography Tommyland and his second solo album Tommyland The Ride were released in 2005. Accompanying the CD was a book, which he also co-wrote and promoted. The album itself features the singles Trying to Be Me, Good Times, and Hello Again. He played drums on some tracks in the alternative rock band Jack's Mannequin's album Everything in Transit. After its member Tommy Lee announced that he was quitting, Mötley Crüe went into a halt in Las Vegas. Tommy ended what could have been thought as an easy decision to rejoin the band again, though he put band members with experience at the risk of not being able to tour on account of his return. Because of the extensive fan backlash towards the drummer's no-show, Lee went on to record their later album and subsequently tour with the band. Tommy Lee is known for his recent artistic ventures as a DJ with his Methods of Mayhem, DJ production partner DJ Arrow. As DJs, they are also known as Electro Mayhem and have clocked over 60 club dates in North America in 2007 alone. They've been playing main stage sets at Ultra Music Festival during Winter Music Conference in the United States for 10 years. Lee and Arrow began DJing together around 2000. In 2009, Lee appeared live with Sharam, one half of Deep Dish, accompanying him on the piano during his house DJ sets. This was seen by more than 30,000 live attending fans on a tour that stretched from coast to coast across North America. Lee did an acoustic set at a show for Chi Cheng that was held after Cheng died. Lee performed on the Smashing Pumpkins' Monuments to an Elegy album in 2014. He rejoined his Mötley Crüe bandmates for the group's farewell tour earlier that year as part of a legal agreement between the four band members. Each member of Mötley Crüe has a contract that prevents them from touring under the Mötley Crüe label without all of them being involved. In 2004, Michael appeared on the reality TV show Tommy Lee Goes to College. In 2008, he began filming a new reality TV show with rapper Ludacris titled Battleground Earth. In 2019, Michael guest starred in Season 7, Episode 14 of The Goldenbergs. Lee played the devil in 4 episodes of Halloween in Hell. The series stars Ian Dior, 24K Gold, Dana Dentata, Femme, and Machine Gun Kelly. Lee married 4 times. His first wife was Elaine Starchuk, whom he married in 1984 and divorced a year later. On May 10, 1986, Lee married for the second time to actress Heather Locklear. Their marriage ended in 1993. His relationship with her was later chronicled in the Mötley Crüe biographical film The Dirt, which was released on Netflix on March 2019. Before marrying Playboy playmate Pamela Anderson, Lee was engaged to model Bobby Brown. The couple began dating 4 days later and married on February 19, 1995. They had 2 sons together, Brandon Thomas Lee, born June 5, 1996, and Dylan Jagger Lee, born December 29, 1997. After 4 years of marriage, they divorced in 1998. They were briefly reunited upon his release from prison, but separated again shortly after. From 2002 to 2003, Lee was engaged to dancer Maite Garcia, ex-wife of Prince. In one tour, Garcia sang on Always a Bridesmaid. When Lee and his ex-wife Anderson announced that they were back together again in 2008, they split up soon after. Lee was engaged to Greek-German singer Sophia Tufa in 2014. Lee announced his engagement to his girlfriend Brittany Ferland on February 14, 2018. He married her a year later on February 14, 2019. Anderson had another sexual encounter with his lover Lee by the name of Anderson while they were on a houseboat. The event was taped and then accidentally released to a public audience via torrent sites. Anderson sued IEG, claiming it did not take adequate measures to protect the media rights of the owners. Ultimately, Anderson and Lee came to an agreement that allowed IEG to continue making the tape available to subscribers. A fictionalized limited series debuted on Hulu in February 2022, chronicling the theft and distribution of the Tolan's tape, in which Sebastian Stan portrayed Lee and Lily James was cast as Pamela Anderson. In 1998, Lee McGregor served 6 months in county jail after pleading no contest to kicking Pamela Anderson while she was holding her son, Dylan. During an altercation over Anderson's refusal to call and ask her parents not to come over to the family's house, Lee assaulted his wife, leaving her with bruises, a torn fingernail, and fear for the safety of her 2 sons, Dylan and Brandon. In May 2000, he served 5 days in jail for violating his probation by drinking alcohol. Lee was sued in 1998 when he allegedly exposed a right-facing swastika tattoo on his arm to public scrutiny. In 1996, Lee pleaded no contest to criminal charges of battery against a Jewish photographer after Lee attacked the man outside the famous Viper Room in Los Angeles. When the photographer sued Lee, the swastika tattoo, which had since been removed, was visible. And Lee's lawyer argued it would inflame the jury and create unfair prejudice against Lee. Shortly after claiming that the introduction of the tattoo into the court record would produce prejudice, Lee denied its existence. In October 1997, Mötley Crüe bassist Nikki Sixx was arrested in North Carolina after instigating a riot during the band's concert at Greensboro Coliseum. Lee and Sixx are said to have poured the beer over a black security guard. On June 16, 2001, a 4-year-old boy named Daniel Carvenveris drowned in Lee's swimming pool while attending a birthday party for Lee's 5-year-old son, Brandon. Daniel's parents, James and Ursula Veris, sued Lee for negligence. They were cleared by the jury in April 2003. In 2007, a fight with The Rock led to Lee being removed from an MTV Video Music Awards ceremony. A year later, Rock pleaded guilty to assaulting Lee after being cited for the incident. Lee believes in animal rights and is a proponent of PETA. They had protested the treatment of Tilikum, an orca, during his presidency in 2010. Lee believed that he should be set free as he was the primary sperm donor for Tilikum at SeaWorld, who requested to protest. Lee felt sick and twisted after learning about how SeaWorld obtained their sperm, with trainers being killed as a result. He decided to avoid more tragedies like these in the future by removing himself from the company. For over 50 years, the Calgary Stampede's chuck wagon races have resulted in the deaths of 50 horses. We've been asked on numerous occasions to put a stop to this rodeo by pleading with Premier Alison Redford or even writing directly to her office for the animals. Recently, we wrote a letter to her in our capacity as PETA, and then she responded that it was worthwhile. Lee currently uses DW Rum's Remo drumheads, Zildjian cymbals, and a head drumsticks. He has in the past also used drum sets by various other companies, including Tama Drums in Mötley Crüe's early days, Sonar, and Pearl Drums. He has since returned to DW Drums in 2020. In the past, he also used Paste cymbals and signature Vic Firth, and later Vader drumsticks before signing on with a head. He also briefly used Aquarian drumheads in the late 1990s. Tommy Lee has managed to make a career out of himself despite the example of his poor behavior. He often makes tabloid-worthy headlines due to his more than occasional wild antics. And that's it for this video, TTP member. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you feel like we've delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person as a token of your appreciation for the hard work we put into making content that educates and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you'll start to see results. See you soon!